What's up guys, my name's Dan and welcome to The Vault. Today I'll be reviewing Fast and Furious 8. Fate of the 8! What? Oh really? Okay. So I've just been informed it's not actually Fate of the 8, it's Fate of the Furious. I think Fate of the 8 sounds better, but whatever, we'll move on. So, the original cast returns for this film, including Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson and the comic relief that is Tyrese Gibson. The story is fairly simple, much the same as the previous films, the difference being that this time the team must join up with old enemies to face a new threat who wants to nuke the world. Pretty standard stuff for this franchise, however the team this time must face against an old ally, Dominic Toretto, who seemingly has gone rogue. Now, I was probably in the same boat as a lot of people when it came to this film. I was in the mindset that it wouldn't be any good because it's the 8th in the franchise, and to me it just seemed like a bit of a cash cow. But I was pleasantly wrong. I really enjoyed this film. It's humorous and it does not lack in any of the action sequences, even though they completely spit in the face of science and physics. But when you have cars flipping over and exploding, it's really hard to even notice. This film will also never win any awards for its acting, but each individual actor brings something fun to the film. Add to that these guys feel like a real family who genuinely love working together, just makes the viewing experience even better. This film is just perfectly cast, so much so that I couldn't imagine anyone other than Jason Statham taking on a slew of bad guys with just one hand whilst protecting a small child. And it's the scenes like this that give the film and its franchise its humour and its cheesy emotional brevity. It also makes the action sequences that much better. You would also think that because this is the 8th film in the franchise, that the action would become stale and boring, but on the contrary, the action in this film is fun and it's thrilling and it's exciting. My personal favourite being an all-out prison riot that just showcases how much of a badass Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham are. Not that we needed any reminding of that. Add in a really decent soundtrack and this all amounts to a really enjoyable film. Now, not everyone is going to enjoy this film, and I can understand why. It's really cheesy, it's super predictable, and the CGI is noticeably bad for a film with enough of a budget for that not to be a problem. This film is for the masses though. It's total popcorn film, but it's a really funny and enjoyable popcorn film. So if you're expecting a film that's going to give you some introspective thought, then you're going to be sorely disappointed. However, if you're expecting a film that will give you death-defying stunts and scantily clad women, then you'll be right where you need to be. There are some important lessons to be taken from this film, namely, you probably shouldn't bring an orange Lamborghini to a nuclear submarine fight. There's also something about family in there somewhere. They say it about 9 or 10 times. I'm sure it's not important. Anyways guys, let's see as always if Fast and Furious 8 belongs in the vault. What's up guys, welcome back to the blackboard. We still do not have any chalk. I think at this point it's probably a write-off. Little annoyed, spent a lot of money on that chalk. But anyway, we're here to see if Fast and Furious 8, Fate of the Furious, as I've already been corrected, belongs in the vault. Question number 1, was this film entertaining? Was I bored at any point? I can safely say I was not bored at any point, maybe because I was a little drunk whilst watching, so maybe that made the film more entertaining, but it's just a generally fun action film that you can just sit back and just enjoy. So for that I'm just going to give that a tick. Question number 2, how was the direction, music, etc.? Did it make the viewing experience any better? As I already said, this film is never going to win any awards for its acting. The stunts in this film, the action sequences in this film are just insane and crazy as they usually are in a Fast and Furious film. The music only added to this craziness of the film, and it only improved it. I didn't think the action scenes in these films could get any better, but they certainly did. So for that I'm going to give it a tick. Question number 3, did the film elicit an emotional response? Did I empathise with any of the characters? I would have to say probably not. Apart from the one scene where Jason Statham is fighting off a ton of bad guys one-handed whilst protecting a small baby, that was just cute, didn't really bring up any kind of emotion in me, didn't really make me broody to have a baby, or to get pregnant like that I could get pregnant. So for that, because it gave me no emotional response, it was just one of those films I sat back and didn't really have to think much about, and give it a cross. Question number 4: would I pay to watch this film? Yes, I would. You know, again, it's never going to win any awards, any major awards, but it's just generally a very enjoyable film. It's a popcorn film, so whether you go to watch it in the cinemas or you buy it when it's out on DVD or you watch it when it's on demand, then this film is definitely worth the money you'll pay to watch it. So for that, I'm going to give it a tick. Question number 5: would I suggest this film to my friends and you lovely subscribers? I know so many people who would love this film, friends, family. Yeah, I would suggest this film. There'll be a lot of people out there who will say this film is not that great and it's not enjoyable, but I don't think they realise that this is not a film that requires a lot of introspective thought. It's not a film that requires a lot of thinking. It's just one of those films that you can sit back, enjoy the explosions, enjoy the cars, enjoy the hot women. So for that reason I would suggest it, because I know there's people out there that would enjoy it purely for those reasons. So for that, I'm going to give it a tick. So there we have it, guys. It looks like Fast and Furious 8 will be going into the vault. And let me know down in the comments what you thought of this film, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. And if you like what I'm doing here, guys, you like what you see, please like and subscribe down below. And until the next video, peace and love, my dudes.